more than me, so she's kind of like she's from Jersey now. So this is my cousin Talia. She's my co-host. Talia, what you think about the show tonight?
I think it's gonna be a real dope show. I need y'all to show these ladies some love. I see y'all turned out, so turn up for them, okay? Y'all all looking good, so I know y'all came to represent. So make sure y'all show them some love. I mean, you looking fly too, cuz. That's a college thing. That's natural. So you know what I'm saying. So you know.
All right, so again, like I said, everybody enjoyed the show. And I learned this, I think, more so from Cherie. We're letting you guys know now. Everybody, who hasn't been to a poetry event before? Only a couple of you haven't been to a poetry event. Cherie, when they feeling something or they like something, what they supposed to do? So if they hear something and you hear something that you like, I know you ladies usually say something different, like, how's it go? Y'all can eat that later, but we want to hear this too. We don't want to just hear yeah. We don't want to just hear. Hey, fellas, listen. Hey, fellas, if I hear one of y'all say yeah, I'm going to send you up. You are on film, fellas. I'm letting y'all know now. All right, so enjoy the show. First time, let's bring to the stage Kia. Come on up, Kia. Show Kia some love, y'all. Now, Kia's a friend of mine who reached out to me originally. When I put the lineup together, Kia reached out to me. She said, this is something that's been in my heart for a while. I love poetry. I want to try to do my thing. I said, you know what? I'm feeling the energy. Let's do it. So let's give it up for Kia, y'all.
All right. Is this on? Okay. First, I just want to say thank you for coming out and supporting this. It's my first time, so please. I hope y'all enjoy this as much as I enjoy writing it. Okay, this piece is called Shit. Amazing, she is. Complete contradiction in what you were used to. She was damaged, abandoned, burned beyond recognition. She rose from those ashes, a phoenix. Once torn apart and left for dead, she fought wars in uncharted territories, stifled in fear and anxiety. She blossomed with new ideas created and taken from those who came before her. No more generational curses. For she is a warrior, undeniably. No armor, no shield. Fought battles of torment, sadness, pain. She definitely turned a flicker into a flame. The burning in her soul, which birthed the woman who fears nothing but the Almighty. From meek, maybe a little weak, but now, too untouchable. The heat, dripping lava, unearthing the weak and the foul. She's the same yet different, made to see the reality of this cold, harsh world when she herself was just a girl. Mentally, emotionally, naive she was. But she's a woman now who sees through the games, navigating through life as if it hasn't known pain. Guaranteed to make a few jaws hit the floor, naive no more. She will never apologize for who she is, walking that walk and talking that talk. Life dealt her these cards, so she handles her biz. No more settling, no more second guessing. bullshit can penetrate the buttery, smooth, slippery, fiery, light brown skin. Relentless in having whatever it is she chooses. All those sleepless nights, tearful days, are things of the past. Sis is a beast now. A beautifully designed phoenix. Don't look for the old her. They don't coexist. She died in flames. Ask about her now. Sis is the shit. She doesn't run from the flames. Burned, battered, lost, and abused from where she came. Silent battle, she cried, but that was a long time ago. But now, baby, now she can't be tamed. She's a cocky and confident reborn myth. And Keeya is her name. And she is me.
Let's go, Keeya. Let's go. Give it up for Keeya, y'all. First time. Keeya, you did great. Let's go, Keeya. All right, so Keeya set the bar up. Can y'all hear me? Turn it up. My mic, you good? All right, so the next artist coming to the stage, this artist I actually met through somebody else, and after I met this artist, I could tell she was serious about her business, and I'm a person who's been doing party promotions for like 15 years, and it was a struggle with her, but I kind of respected the struggle because I was trying to get her to come on, and then I'm asking her about, she reached out to me about doing it, and then once she reached out to me, I'm trying to talk to her about sets and different things, then she started talking to me about contracts and stuff. I'm like, hold up. But at the same time, I respected it because it's a business. It becomes a business after a while, but it really showed me how serious she is about what she is doing. So let's bring to the stage and give it up for Pinpoint. Now, once these different artists reached out to me, I followed their social media, I looked at what they were doing, and I looked at a bunch of her videos, and she was definitely fire. She was definitely killing. So one more time, give it up for Pinpoint, y'all.
How y'all doing? So like he already introduced me. If y'all don't know me, my name is Pinpoint because I'm good with the pen and I get to the point. So like he said, I'm trying to expand, so I got to start looking at myself more professional if I want people to take me serious more. So it's like, yeah, I need money up front. I've been at many shows, and there's been many times where I'm waiting 2 hours to perform because this guy ain't got nothing ready. No dish. But I'm going to just get right into it. Show y'all why they call me Pinpoint. We come into this world with many expectations. It's filled with so many categories and variations. So we got to look at this from a different perception, rotation. Time to see a new vision, illustration. Time for a discussion. Us females are not just for lusting and touching it, for busting it and leaving without questioning. And you're ignorant if you believe that I'm less than a woman for wearing man attire. I just don't want your lusty eyes gazing at me with desire. Put yourself in our heels. Let me show you how this feels. Birthing hurts, the curse made worse by Eve. Can't blame her because the apple don't fall too far from the tree. All we wanted was equality, to be respected and talked to modestly. And for our husbands to not cheat and only speak with honesty. Love us like you love your mother because a mom is her and a mom is me. All connected by our uterus and ovaries. To bring a new life is scary. But fellas, y'all don't understand the pain because y'all didn't have to birth or carry. So I say, just have a little bit more sympathy. I'm not asking for you to pity me, but for you to see more of me than just pretty me. Y'all get me? That was called Female's Quest. By the way, before I keep going, y'all gotta get my Instagram. All right. _.pen, like pencil. Okay, I'm not a safety pin, no PIN. All right? Pinpoint. Y'all know how to spell point. As soon as you search it up, you're going to see me. I got a show coming up in 2 weeks, so slide. Anyway, let's carry on. Our elders. Our elders would say, guys lie, so allow time to fly, don't cry, just wait, bye-bye. And that this hurt isn't what defies you, don't comply, poo. Don't allow his lack of love to leave you lost, and all you want to do is love a cold heart, defrost, keep loving the same type of boys, remember sis, recall. Because he trying to throw your shit like a football, and I know you about to hook off, because he took off, book off, little boy shit was cool with conception, then the love dissolved. Played games, lacrosse, deeply diving in your deception, while the lies are defecating on your depression. Perception. See the truth with your soul and not your eyeballs. Because every day as you add more affection, he adds more neglection. Withdrawal. When are you going to learn to stop calling his mom, sis, that's not your in-laws. Stop making excuses for him. He got big flaws. Look at all the fuckboys, big man, up girl power, nigga, fuck me, truth off. Work on your self-care, problem, resolve. Get up on your shit, evolution, evolve, XXX, heart eater, assault, but you was just trying to love, sis. None of this is your fault. Okay? Y'all hearing me? Y'all better have added me by now. I swear. All right, I got one more for y'all, then I'm going to sit down, all right? All right, let me see. It's a ladies' night, so I'm gonna speak to the ladies right now. Gentlemen, take notes, all right? You better be treating your girlfriends right when you leave from here, all right? Look. I guess I'm supposed to be your sponge. Supposed to lunge at the moment to expunge all of your pain, which is clearly insane because your pain is like a slave you don't feed but just leave on a chain. And I guess I'm supposed to be vulnerable to this blame. Like I should just open my heart, pass you the dart, and allow you to aim. And I guess I'm tame to your little game because you said my name, and it made a spark. Then you said you love me and add a flame to my heart. So now I'm sprung like T-Pain, so being with you is where I remain. Just change. It's hard to laugh at my pain, Kevin Hart, when you jump to conclusions like a head start. Hard to understand like the eye chart. Wondering if you want to push me to the edge so I could depart. But do you not see this deep heart? This deep pain that falls on me like hard rain. But do I complain when I feel deranged? No, my face remains unchanged. So one question, do you want to exchange? I am not your sponge. Nor am I here to soak up your traumas. I just want peace, Dalai Lama. And since you can't be my comfort, I'll settle for pajamas. What y'all doing? Hold up, I gotta start that over because that messed me up. Look, I guess I'm supposed to be your sponge. Supposed to lunge at the moment to expunge all of your pain, which is clearly insane because your pain is like a slave you don't feed but just leave on a chain. And I guess I'm supposed to take your responsibility as my blame. As if I should just open my heart, pass you the dart, and allow you to aim. And I guess I'm tame to your little game because you said my name and it made a spark. Then you said you love me and add a flame to my heart. So now I'm sprung like T-Pain, so being with you is where I remain. Just change. It's hard to laugh at my pain, Kevin Hart, when you jump to conclusions like a head start. Hard to understand like the eye chart, wondering if you want to push me to the edge so I could depart. But do you not see this deep heart? This deep pain that falls on me like hard rain, but do I complain when I feel deranged? No, my face remains unchanged. So one question, do you want to exchange? I am not your sponge, nor am I here to soak up your traumas. Just want peace, Dalai Lama. And since you can't be my comfort, I settle for pajamas. Because I am a sponge. Do you not see this hurt that rests within my body? Emotions crowd me while silence is screaming loudly. So before you bleed on me with your wounds, leave some room for self-reflection and learn to accept my affection because I am not your sponge. Again, my name is Pinpoint on Instagram _.penpoint_. Thank you for having me.
All right, give it up for Pinpoint.
I just want to know, was y'all listening to that gospel and picking up that game and Pinpoint was dropping it on, okay? Ladies, y'all know y'all got to reverse that, right?
Fellas, y'all on the clock now. You're putting us on the clock. So, that's 2 down, and the energy is already crazy, so y'all know it's going to keep going up, up, and up from here. All right, so our next artist, we're going to keep it moving. Our next artist She actually is from Philadelphia. She came all the way over here from Philadelphia, all the way over here from Philadelphia. And the reason why I say that is because I was telling somebody earlier this week, people from Philly act like you need a passport to come to Jersey. I don't know why that is, but people from Philly have a hard time coming to Jersey, but yet for years we've always gone from Jersey to Philly to party, to go to shows, to Merriam, the Met, everywhere, but people from Philly, it's like they got to book flights to come to Jersey. It's hard getting them over here. So for her to reach out through a mutual friend that we have, and the mutual friend suggested her to me, and once I took a look at some of the stuff she was doing and seen the videos, I was definitely like, let's get it, it's a go. So without further ado, Ebony Poetry. Ebony, come up. Give it up for Ebony. I told y'all she came all the way from Philly, right? I did mention that, right? And real quick, let me tell you how deep this poetry and networking. I advise you guys, if anybody has their own business in here, I advise you guys to network. Too many people have their own businesses, but they want everybody else to sell their business to other people. People don't network. And one thing I learned through networking, it always finds its way, through good people. And last week, a lady who's seen this event, whether it be on social media, Facebook, she hit me up and said, I have a 50th birthday party. I need somebody to do spoken word poetry. Somebody backed out last minute. She said, I seen your event on the internet. Do you have anybody? And she was from Philly. The event was in Philly. So I reached out to a couple of people. Ebony was one of the ones that I reached out to. And she ended up getting booked for a gig over in Philly through this event. So again, y'all have your own business tonight when we take breaks, network, socialize, the whole nine, all right? So Ebony, let's give it up for Ebony.
Thank you. First, I just want to say happy birthday for Terry. That's the reason why we're here. So happy birthday. Okay, guys. I usually get to rehearse at home, but I've been having a lot going on, so I didn't get to rehearse today. But I hope you guys feel my energy. So the first poem I'm going to do is called Daughters. To all my black daughters, I want to teach you that you are the complexion of envy. Gold and black to go with your golden history. I want to prepare you for hateful conversations and tell you to wrap your hair so everyone knows you're an African goddess. You're beautiful like Egyptian skies at night, like a tan Indian woman, like Snickers, Milky Ways, and Kit Kat bars, the color of pure things untainted. The taste of a sweet dark wine, but you don't age. I want to show you how to wear your dark skin like designer clothes. Your complexion is expensive in the sun. The sun is the golden elixir to keep you shining like night stars. And if anyone ever tells you anything different, I'm going to sit you at the table and I'm going to teach you how to write bars. I'm going to tell you how the world don't want us to be famous because we be the only shining stars. The darkness of our skin may just dim their lights. No one wants to admit how my black skin is so bright. I'll give you lines so you can be prepared for the ignorant comments they will say about your beauty. She's pretty for a dark girl, or she's pretty for a black girl. You will be an even darker version of Rudy. As a camouflage from the hate, I'll buy you black rubies. See, colored people are beautiful like rainbows, and the color of their children no one may ever know. But no matter what your color is, never be upset though. Be sure to rock your skin proud and wear a fro. Lights, shades of dark skin, I'm in love with everything about you. If I had to change you, I would keep you the same. You're the complexion of sugar daddies, caramelized candy, the rise of the sunset, and you glimmer like golden nuggets. All shades of black have a story, and if we were the same, it would bore me. It's beautiful how we're exotic like different countries. You shine like a bright orange sun. Your shade of black is not better than mine, and my shade of black is not better than yours. You're beautiful and divine, like palm trees, black sand, and blue seas. next poem I'm gonna do, whenever I get a chance to like speak, especially to different people from different cities that I don't know, I try to do this poem dedicated to my cousin. So it's a little bit, it's lengthy, but stay with me. It's the beginning of the year, and in Philly we have already lost so many people. And my cousin Shahi, he died a few years ago, and this poem is dedicated to him. You took his soul away. You took his soul away, but only from here. Just 3 months before he died, I threw away every last bottle of my wine, told God I can now confide in him. Sorry, God, I lied again. But that's not my worst sin, see. I think about killing you all the time. I have hate, and it's all justified by his mother's cry. At the funeral, she said, he wasn't perfect, but he was mine. She said, he wasn't perfect, but he was mine. So in my mind, I kill you. Pick up my bottle of wine, take a puff of my own smoke until I choke off evil. There is no joy here. And then I look in the mirror and see I've become just like you. And I want to be nothing like you, so instead I begin to write. First poem entitled Still Slaves. It's ridiculous how we are no longer slaves, but we still wear shackles of insecurity and chains of self-hatred. No, we are no longer slaves, but we still segregate our own community. Instead of walking a block for education, we hit the block, afraid of living with the struggle. Rappers become our teacher, which wouldn't be so bad if they all rap truth. No need for any race to take away our freedom. We have taken away our own, robbing and killing and stealing our own kind. And I write, since you died, I wonder why the birds even fly here. Can't they feel the dirt that's in the air? Don't they swallow clumps that can't consume? Don't they see the flowers that never bloom? Don't they see the hate that makes fate detrimental? Don't they cry getting sentimental? Can't they see that no one here is gentle? Don't they want to lash out their own eyes, no longer to see the shadows of our mistakes? Is our unrighteousness just too much for them to take? Or do they fly by and feel they have to stay? Do they lose all hope when they look on the floor and see dope? Does the environment make their blood cold? Does the wind make them old? And I write, interpersonal violence because we hate ourselves. Spiritual wickedness turns into neighborhood rivals, but on our dresser lies a Bible that no one reads. Seeds of hatred planted on the steps of our doors, hours of violence, selling our soul like it's worth a dime, killing our own like we're blind. Cannibalism in the spirit is how we kill in the hood. And some of us don't realize it until we have eaten the arm of our fellow man. Fathers eating their sons' babies by placing guns in their hands. Mothers eating the flesh of their daughter, letting a prostitute to get money for household domestics. Parents that have no fucking ethics. Family biting one another, getting consumed by each other. In Lamentations 2:20, they ask, should women eat the fruit of their own womb? In my hood, they do. Blackmailing men for abortions, using babies for extortions, 300 to kill a soul and another 300 to keep your mouth closed. How can something so inhumane become so common where killing for money like it wouldn't be easier just to get a job? Race is a stigma to make things harder and more confusing, like we have to paint our face to make it, but we won't. God won't give us more than we can bear. And if we listen, his voice becomes clear. But who listens here? Listening is what we most fear. So this last one is short. Ladies, don't get mad at me. I'm a wife, so it was for fun. It's just a short, fun piece, okay? Don't, I feel like I got hate mail the first time I posted it. So just a short, fun piece. Don't take it too serious. Do you enter me looking for a home, a nice, warm place where you can release your tension? How long will you reside? Does your wife know you leave her home to come to mine? Is it the smell that you like? Is it my flowers spreading all over the kitchen counter? Does she not do that? Or does she do it all and you still don't care? Do you feel safe here? Does my walls wrap around you in a way that hers can't? Does her sea have no water? Are you tired of drinking out of dry cups? Or is she just not adventurous enough? I bet she won't let you walk through back doors, but I'll let you into me any way you please. Do I get a trophy, a gift, a ring? Is it my beauty that you want? The way I snatch men's eyes and sit them on my frame, call it voodoo if you like. Because once you see me, you can't even see your wife. Do you like the way our secrets secretly mix to make a sex potion so thick that it sticks when you lick? Can you caption that as a flick? Can you caption it, sex flicks and chill? Can we once just keep it real about how this feels? Our juices mixed together seals all deals. My friends say you just want me for the thrills, but they don't know that I'm a doctor and I aim to heal all your exposed wounds. Pouring secret elixir to fix you, because you like it, right? I'm out.
Fellas, y'all heard that, right? Y'all heard that one part, right? She put one part in there for us to snap. I seen y'all in the back, too. One part. That's right, fellas. You heard me? Ebony, I appreciate you for that one part. If we don't get nothing else tonight, we got that one part, y'all. I appreciate that. So, again, the energy is, I'm loving it already. We're going to keep it moving. So, this next artist, hold on, you got something to say? Nah, that was our turn. No. All right, go ahead.
I'm away, but ladies, what y'all got to say about that? That last song. How y'all feeling about that? Y'all got mixed vibes?
It's what it is, baby. It's what it is.
Is some of y'all in here messing with somebody's husband? Because what's going on?
But it wasn't about them. It was about that one part. That's what that was about. That's what it was about. All right, so this next artist, we have mutual friends, and through the mutual friends we had, I had actually heard about her before, and at the time I wasn't working on a poetry event, so it really hadn't dawned on me, but after putting this event together, her name ended up coming back to me. And once her name came back to me, she hadn't actually done anything yet, so she didn't have any work for me to look at, but she had another movement going on that I kind of paid attention to, and I looked at her energy with the movement she was putting together with females, and maybe she'll explain a little bit of it to you. But I looked at that, and then I looked at her page, and she was actually putting together like a YouTube series, or I'm not sure exactly what you want to call it. Like I said, Real Girls from the City. There it is. So I checked out what she did, and with her putting that together in the energy with her sisters and her group of friends, it was really a dope vibe and dope energy. So just once I seen that, I knew that she was meant to be part of this tonight. So when she was referred to me, I was like, let's go. It's definitely a go. Let's put it together, and I definitely want her here. So let me bring up to you guys Amira B. Give it up for Amira B, y'all. Now, like I said, and I'm sure she'll tell you, this was her first time like Kia. But again, as you see, Kia killed it, and we're talking to Pi throughout the time. I kept, just trying to encourage her, and I'm like, you got this. Just with seeing how she interacted with the Real Girls, I knew that, tonight, regardless, first time or not, she was going to do her thing. So let's give it up one more time, Amira B.
All right, y'all. Let's kind of like just break the ice right now. This is my very first time performing any of my poetry live, and I am absolutely fucking flabbergasted. Right? Shout out to Terry for inviting me. Shout out to one of my best friends for putting word in and encouraging me to get up here. My family and my friends, they're all out here. They support me so much because, it's hard fighting through fear, right? Right? And so I'm here. Let's get into it. My name is Amira B. You can find me on Instagram at amirab.theartist. And I'm just like a regular girl on a self-awareness journey with a mission to spread love, right?
So I guess we could put it like this. I've been aware of my journey since about 2017. And since then, I've been kicking and pulling and pushing through this thing we call life, right? It's hard. And along the way, I've been taking notes and jotting down the things I see, my encounterments, where I could be the girl I am. And so the first piece I'm going to do is titled, I Am Felt. I wrote it like 2 falls ago, and so it's going to have a lot of autumn vibes. It's my favorite season, so just bear with it. All right, so here we go. I am not the type of woman you see. I am felt. Felt like the taste of pumpkin pie on the tongue on a Sunday evening when the house is asleep. All of those spices in the belly of one, jumping, dancing, swirling, twisting like butterflies crushing at 16. The girl I am is unseen. No one with eyes can visualize unless felt like candy apples to the young on a dark and foggy evening filled with fun. Like leaves to the ground once they leave their trees, like a cool breeze in the park when your thoughts are unclear. Not like when you want me, but right on time. The girl I am is a touch unseen. All right, so that's just my first piece. And and while I'm on this, I'm sorry. All right. And so, like, while I'm on this path, and I'm watching me, and I'm learning me, I'm like, you know what, I like this girl. And I want to be more like the girl that I see. And I'm at a Black History concert this time last year, and I'm in the audience like, oh, they fucking killing it. Like, I need my own Black History piece, right? So this next piece I'm going to do is titled I Am Art. It came almost instantly inspired by trumpets blow and a drums beat. Yo, I legit want to spend the rest of my life in the arts. I miss so much of it already. I don't want to miss another beat, another shake, another stroke of the pen, sound of the voice, swoosh of the paintbrush. The way our bodies twirl and how our colors swirl. I don't want to miss any of it. I want to spend the rest of my life in the arts, performing and enjoying and being a part of all the creativity rooted in our hearts. The Natasha Shangs and the Purple Rings. I don't want to miss any of it. The stomp in our feet, enough to make the world speak. Revolutionary, the hues, the Luther, shorty, how you get so fly. It's art in my neck roll. It's funky, psychedelic even. The strands in our hair intertwine so well. It's art. And I don't want to miss any of it. This is art. Your art, I'm art, and art is forever. The Lamars, the Coles, the Savages, and the Drakes. And we're funny too. The Harts, the Lawrences, the Murphys, the rhythms and the blues, contemporary too. How could I ever break loose from what makes me who I am? The arts. And I don't ever want to be away, apart from what raised me, brought me up, the arts. I want to spend the rest of my life dancing like the Browns, singing like the Houstons, the Wonders, the Mays, directing and producing like the Perrys, writing like Kugler and Cole, performing like the Beyoncés and the Badus, acting like the Hensons and the Lathans. Go on, tell another lie. Nothing gets a crowd louder than a Black piece of art. They killing it. And I want my hands, my feet, my arms to move to the drum beats of our ancestors. Because of them, I explore and enjoy today's art in peace. I am the descendant of the art once despised, but today, art and I, we rise. Right, so life's like a big canvas, right? And it's filled with colors and art and high vibes and flowers, right? But to get to that place of enjoyment of life, It's like you have to go through the depths of hell. Like, and have you ever been in one of those situations where you wouldn't lie, your lying is still? And so this next piece is called I Am Hot. I was born with a gentle heart, but today my energy is fiery. You keep trying me, calling me, causing me to light fire to your mentality. Take a deep breath. Why is this inside of me? You keep calling me, trying me, causing me to light fire to your mentality. Take ownership. The role I played was too soft for you. You needed me to be hard on you. And then you sit and you wonder and you ponder why we're on fire. Oh, I'm hot. And if you can't fertilize my wonder, don't play in my garden and don't smell my flowers. It's getting hot in here. You battle me, you battling me, and we might both end up with scars, but you don't want to go to war with me. Love is in the air, and you steady waving your head around like you really just don't care. Your ignorance is blasphemy. Your ignorance is blasphemy. I was there when you needed peace. It was my heart who set us free. It was dark, but now we see. You keep trying me. It's hot in here. And I'm going to light fire to your mentality. And it won't stop until you understand hate will never win because love prevails. Again, I'm Amira B. You can follow me on Instagram at amirab.theartist. That's AMERAB.THE artist. All right, thanks, guys.
Let's give it up one time, Mary B. All right, so real quick, everybody do me a favor. They're giving out their social medias. All right, make sure you're following them on social media. Do me one favor, everybody listen up. The official hashtag is hashtag Lovely Ladies of Poetry. So if y'all taking pictures, if y'all making posts about the event or what you heard from any of the ladies, make sure y'all hashtagging Lovely Ladies of Poetry. I know it's a long hashtag, but we got nothing but time. So make sure, like I said, y'all taking pictures, making posts. We're going to take a quick 10-minute intermission. We're going to jump right back into it. We're almost about halfway through the show. So let's take a quick 10-minute break. Again, at the bar, there's novels for, a book for sale. So if anybody's interested, come over to the bar, check out the book. From what I hear, it's a good book. It may be a good buy, make a good birthday gift, or whatever the case may be. So let's take a break and we'll come back right after. Yes, thumbs up, snaps, all that. All right, so we're going to get right back into it. Talia, real quick, you got something you want to say?
So, yeah, I just realized we 3 hours into this event, and I don't really have no drink.
Hold up, y'all.
Turn it up.
I just realized I'm 3 hours into this event, and I really don't have no drink. So, anybody got white liquor or you get me a drink? What's going on? Okay, y'all don't look like y'all spiked my drink. What y'all got going on? You want some? Well, I ain't gonna drink after y'all. No, I'm just joking. But we got. Oh, you got me. You got me. Oh, you got me.
All right, so let's get back into it again. Remember, hashtag Lovely Ladies of Poetry. All right, real quick, and he just asked me not to do this, and the only reason I'm doing this is because I reached out to this man about 3-4 times, and he's from Philadelphia. He's a well-known figure in the poet industry. He's a big-time poet in Philly. He actually sold out to TLA. If anybody knows, the TLA is like 1,000 seats. Like, so just think about right here, we got 150, 60 people. This man pretty much sold out to TLA, and after seeing that, that was like an inspiration to me to continue to put forth poetry. And his name is Just Mike, the poet. He's from Philly. He's in this room somewhere. Just give him a round of applause. There he is right there. Mike, I appreciate you coming out. And again, the reason why I'm shouting him out is because, again, he's a major figure in, poetry in Philly. And like I said, he didn't have to come all the way from Philly to come out to check out these ladies tonight. This man has like almost probably over 100-some thousand followers. And like I said, he's doing tours and different things like that. So if you go to Instagram, just Mike the Poet, check him out. You'll see all the work he's doing. Like I said, he's doing different tours, not just in Philly, but different cities, Atlanta, I believe Miami. But now, Mike, you know we got to work on getting you to Jersey now for a tour, right? Right, y'all? We got to bring him to Jersey for a tour after this one, right? All right, so without further ado, this artist is an artist that I've worked with for a while now. She did my last poetry event. She's a real great artist, and not only does she do poetry, she actually sings as well. And every time I try to get her to do a poetry event, she tries to sing, and I said, nah, you're a great singer, don't get me wrong, but I want to push you to push your poetry out there. And I want to push her to continue to do poetry because she's a great poet as well. And again, she's definitely a great singer. So without further ado, Shamika, come up. Let's give it up for Shamika, y'all. Shamika.
Hi, y'all. Like Terry said, happy birthday, Terry. I just want to thank all you guys for coming out and just being here. It's such a vibe, and I just love the vibe or whatever. So I just appreciate y'all. I had a lot going on, and I feel bad because all the artists that came up so already had some beautiful pieces of work, and I don't have all mine tonight, and I feel terrible, but I hope y'all like what I do got, and we're going to go with that. Come on. So, my poem is called pretty much, I Think I Should Fall Back. Take what you want from me. I think it's time for me to fall back. Because in the middle of all this commotion, I have managed to walk out of my front door with my heart on my sleeve. For years now, I have painted powder pink lip smiles and matching twinkling eyes in order to hide the world was really me. Afraid. Afraid that if I let anyone knew who I was, they would have an access to me beyond my oceans deep to a land that no man has ever explored. Where my secrets hang low from trees like jungle fruits. And my insecurities, they made themselves at home. Where my faith shines through canopies of my fears like sun rays on sunny Sundays, pretty much it's just a place that you don't need to fucking be. Wait, I'm sorry. I tend to get a little testy when people get next to me, or at least as close as you are. Like right now, I have no available mental free time. Because you have carved out a piece of my mind bigger than I would like for it to be. And the shit is frightening me. Because I don't catch feelings, I catch flights. And I chase bags, I don't chase boys. But you, I don't throw hands and remove feelings because I feel like you're using my heart as a toy and the shit's not fair to me. Coming out of character is really not my cup of tea. But the lack of you is causing a dehydration that this Earl Grey blend of chaos just might be the cure to. So what do? Do I call this number that I found and kick up? Cry to my brothers and hope that they can plan your stick up? Or should you just be prepared when you get home? Because best believe I'm going to have them fist up. Either way, you're going to pay for the way that I feel right now. Or maybe I should just fall back. Thank you.
All right, are y'all enjoying the show so far?
also you never know who and who it's going to connect to, and what somebody say. People speak their story through their words, so you never know like who it can reach and what it can impact on their life. So I love when it comes when people speak, they speak about their life, but other people is able to connect to it. I love I just always love it. So it's just like it's amazing just watching everybody. I love it.
Right, girl, what's wrong with it? So we need some fellas opinions. What y'all think? What y'all think?
Did I do a good job?
Right? That's all you got to say? All right, I need another fella's opinion. Anybody else? The fella want to get y'all opinion? What y'all thinking? How y'all feeling? I'm about to ask my baby right here. What you think? What you think? Oh, he always got something to say on the book.
Oh, the show was lovely, just like you are.
Thank you. That's cool, but now, are y'all enjoying yourselves though? Seriously? Okay, that's cool. What? Y'all got something else to say back there? Y'all got something else to say? Oh, okay. How are y'all enjoying the show? At the table?
Enjoying myself. Yes, I can't wait for my turn.
Like a rowdy type. You got something to say too? Yeah, that's why you was clapping your hands and stuff. Are you one of the acts? Because you look like you're
You gonna learn today. No, he said, when you get the mic, you gotta speak into it. You gotta talk to it. You gotta talk to it. You see Jill Scott when she was like, he loves me. He said, talk to it. He said, talk to it. You sure you want to talk to it? I'm just saying, talk to it. Don't be scared. You gotta talk to it. Don't talk to it. Don't take the mic.
One thing about it, I'm from 313 Detroit. Y'all is rowdy back here. Y'all too rowdy back here. They too rowdy back here. I can't. They crazy. I think that table is drunk back there. They need their drinks come off.
Hello everyone, my name is Faith Money, and yes, that is my real name, Faith Money. I'm the owner of the Supper Club and Reflections down in Turnerville, New Jersey, and co-owner of Miss Silly's Blues, also in the same plaza there. And Terry, you have made a statement that says about businesses supporting other businesses, and I'm all things black girl businesses. I feel that we're extremely underrepresented, and so I always try my best to support other black women and other black female businesses wherever I possibly can. I don't feel that I'm this guru that knows everything, but I do try my best to support the black woman because I feel like we have a double negative against ourselves in a sense. Because they see the black man and he's so powerful, he's strong, and they'll still respect him because of who he is, and then we walk into the room and we don't always get that same respect. So I'm here today because I'm grateful to respect something that was placed together for us. Terry, you are showing off tonight with this crowd that you got out here, and I'm trying to be like you when I grow up. He doesn't even hear me, but I'm trying to be like him when I grow up, so maybe I need to lean on him in regards to Miss Silly's Blues hosts a weekly open mic and poetry night every Tuesday night from Tamika, 8 p.m. There's my crew right there. From 8 p.m. Till almost like 11 o'clock in a sense, but doors open up at 8. and the show starts around 9:15. And I don't feel like I'm as seasoned as these beautiful poets that are here tonight, but a lot of times I use my very own platform to try to practice so that I can be just like you all when I grow up. So just really quick. But I'm not going to say the whole thing because I hope that on a Tuesday night you'll come out and you'll hear the rest of what I have to say.
So again, make sure. Oh, okay, my bad. Uh-oh.
They say, girl, you need to learn how to be alone. And I say, why? When I was built from that man's very rib bone. I know I'm smart, I know I'm strong, I know how to be free, but at the end of the day, there's still a big part of that man that's built inside of me. Come on. Yes, some Mother Earth them from these peaks they do feed, but yet again, at the end of the day, they forget it's my love that they seek. Baby girl, my queen, or whatever they choose to call, but yet again, at the end of the day, they forget it's my love and my feet that made they need to fall. Don't they understand that from my womb there comes life? But yet again, they'll let me walk around and do everything, but still won't claim me as his wife. Oh, baby, my sister, don't you blame that man. It was you who chose to turn around and eat out his hand. But don't think that I'm just pointing at you and you and you, because, baby girl, I'm turning that finger back around on me and I'm speaking to you too. Okay? Come on. I decided not to take my bitterness out on the next man, and I asked God for discernment to show me when I'm in the right man's hands so that I can know when the king that's there who can fix my royal crown, and he speaks life into my body when I'm broken and I'm falling to the ground. And I understand that he needs that from me. Pour into each other, and so that there's no reason for us to be lost, left, abandoned, or confused. So you come on Tuesday.
Well, hold up, they want your info though. They want your info real quick. Hurry up. They want your info. Yeah. Hold up, come give it to them real quick.
All right, because I usually get to act up at Miss Lily's Blues, and I didn't finish my whole poem because I hope that you come out to Miss Lily's Blues. So my info is, you can find us at Miss Lily's Blues on Facebook, Instagram, or you can email us at misslilysblues@gmail.com. Our phone. Miss Sealy's, we spelled it different because I didn't want to get in trouble. So Miss Sealy's, M-I-S-S, Sealy's, C-E-I-L-Y''S, Miss Sealy's Blues. Because sometimes I think I'm Suge and Miss Sealy's combined into two.
Hey, she got the blood flowing for real now. I hear y'all. All right, so we're going to keep it moving. Next poet up. Again, this poet. All right, again, hashtag lovely ladies of poetry. I want to look at all the hashtags and see all these lovely and beautiful people out here. I want to make sure y'all posting pictures, commenting on what y'all hearing. Lovely ladies of poetry. All right, so let's keep it moving, y'all. Do me a favor, have a seat. The next poet, hold on, I'm going to wait for y'all. Y'all making too much noise. We ain't going to be able to hear the next poet. Hold on, let me come to some tables since everybody talking. Hold up. I'm putting the mics to the mouths now. Who's talking? Listen up, y'all. Have a seat. All right, let me get around to some of these tables then. Do me a favor, y'all. We can't keep the show going until y'all listen up. Give them the respect they deserve. Listen up. All right, the next artist coming to the stage, this is a young lady who I've known for a while. I heard her the first time. After the first time, I went out and heard her a second time. And after that, I reached out to her. She's done a couple of my other events. She's a definite dope poet. You can look up some of her stuff on YouTube. She's been to Atlanta. She's here from Jersey. We're going to bring her up. Cherie Yvette. Come up, Cherie. Let's give it up for Cherie, y'all.
Sure.
One more time, Cherie Yvette, y'all give it up.
Hi everybody, like I said, my name is Cherie Yvette, and since we're all on social media, you can follow me at original Cherie Yvette. So I'm here today, everybody's looking nice. I came out and put on my makeup. I just had a 4-month-old baby, so you ladies do with that. So I put on a little makeup, but I just want to make it clear that our artistic faces don't signify insecurity. I know I don't need no makeup. I know I don't need no mirror. I know that I was born in the brightest light I shine. No makeup, the color of the spectrum needed to do so. I adorn myself in such because I choose to. I will lather on my lipstick in various hues if I so please. I bask in the essence of my uncovered self. Beneath it all, I am naked and unashamed. Transparent as an open book, pages torn out, rewritten. I will powder my cheeks rosy red. Dust my nose to blend last week's PMS. Whisk my eyes in black liner cat squint. Paint my lashes midnight. Pucker my lips in high gloss them. I know I don't need no makeup. I know I don't need no mirror. I know that I was born in the essence of the brightest light. We shine. So it actually took me a while before I can actually get comfortable in saying that I can wear makeup without hiding behind the mask of makeup. So I learned that actually I was physically trying to wear makeup to cover up things from the past. And as I grew up to be a beautiful woman, now 37 years old, that I knew I had to deal with the scars from childhood. Because he told me that it was time for me to lead with something else. Instead, it was my beauty. He said that it was my duty to take my face off, to face off with my face off at the end of the night when I decided to take my face off. I'd see her, she'd be 13, 6th grade, ugly girl trying to rip her face off. Because no more than 5 years prior was there a man who raped her before she could learn to truly put her face on. He ripped her face off, causing her to mask her inner beauty that was purposed to draw men to blossom, boys and women and girls to the Father, so that they too can be healed. The enemy thought that he could stop the purpose from being fulfilled. But no, he said that I had to stand, and that was no way in the depths of hell that I needed to fear any man, but I had to do it with my face off. So I pulled back the layers of my scarred being to reveal what originally was placed within. It wasn't until then I discovered what was truly meant to develop the beauty within. It wasn't with the MAC stick that I used to color the curves of my lips, nor with the pats of the brushes that I cover up the literal and figurative scars with concealer. He told me that it was time for me to lead with something else other than what the world defined as beauty. He said it was my duty. Beauty is something that only can be discovered by wrapping yourself in the words of the revealer, keeping a fresh face. And for me, that's being led by God's amazing grace. So for me, it's really important to be introspective, especially as you deal with your old wounds and you have to pull them out. Especially as a mother, like I have a 4-month-old and I also have a 12-year-old, and I'm also an educator by profession. So I'm the oldest of 5, so literally I have been mothering from the confines of childhood because daddy's overseas and mama's got to take care of the bees knees. Now, pots in the kitchen, pots on the stove. Pots in the kitchen, pots on the stove. Make sure sisters number 1 got her hair done, and sister number 2 sit down and get that homework done, and sister number 3 get in the bathroom and run the bath water and get in the shower before mommy comes home. And mama comes home with the brother in the womb and she cries because his daddy's going too soon. And mama says, girl, get up and go to school, and don't you bring home nothing less than a C, and don't you let no boy get what's between your knees, and you stand for something or you fall for anything, and girl, lotion up those ashy knees and keep your skin nice, silky, and at ease. I said, girl, lotion up them ashy knees and get your skin nice, silky, and at ease. And mama's always going to be number 1 because she always showed me how hard and how to get the job done. And mama knows that it's time for her to stand because, like I said, we're the oldest of 5, and now she can take her wings because the struggle is over and it's time for her to sing. So now it's time for her to see how precious, how special, how beautifully she be. Because the beauty behind her scars is that we no longer have to wear them, Mama, so we watch you stand and knowing your strength and everything you've been through. So, Mama, I'm grown, so it's time for me to do you. So that's a piece dedicated to my mom. And my mom and grandma in town, and my grandma always has something to say about how big my butt is, right? So I'm like, I get it from you, and I get it from her, I get it from my great-grandma. So I have this poem, it's entitled, My Thighs. And I don't know if you have this problem, but my thighs, they rub when I walk. My rear end is voluptuous like my mother, and I tried to stop losing it, you know, because it always finds me. You know, my arms, they be buff from the push-ups that I do, and my stomach has not been flat since I started brewing baby girls within my womb. You know, my calf muscles, they tight because I run. You know, I run more like molasses, but I run. I stand 5 feet 2 inches taller, only with assistance. I whisper to myself when I think I should look like something other than what I am. And after the whispers subside, I realize that yes, my body is a temple. It's only a temporary home. They say that home is where the heart is, so I down the voices of my voice and I pray. Dear Lord, search my heart. Make it clean. Make it be a suitable place for you to roam. And like I said, I'm an educator by profession. So there's this poem that goes like this. And I don't believe in preaching to kids. I just believe to, like someone said, get to the point. So this is one way that I reach them. If you can hear me, touch your nose. If you can hear me, touch your elbows. If you can hear me, touch your ears. Now come on, those of you who know me know what to do. If you can hear me, touch your eyes. If you can hear me, touch your forehead. And if you can hear me, touch your chin. Now stop and listen, because this is where I begin. For those of you who aren't familiar with spoken word, let me fill you in. All you need to do is stop and listen when I begin. And if you can feel what I'm saying and you can relate, put your fingers in the air and snap to participate. And if you don't want to participate, that's cool, but we can take the information from the wise and let the wise begin. I said if you don't want to participate, that's cool, but just listen from the words from the wise and let me begin.
You got it, girl. Come on, girl. You got it. Come on, baby.
I can't believe I'm forgetting this one. This is like one of my classics. Now, if you don't want to listen, I'm going to come back to that one. So I'm going to go back to Sweet 16. Sweet 16. Her boobs pushed up far, her self-esteem low. Her hopes high, her panties dropped low. Tag team trained her, and only daddy could stay in the way to train up she should go. Her booty jiggles low, and her mama screams high, high pitch. Her boyfriend's caresses up high, her head drifts low. Her feet run fast, but the results come slow. Tess screamed twice, and she thought she'd give it up once. Tess reads positive, so people's reactions become negative. I said the test screened twice. She thought it would be positive, and it won't be negative. So I could reach a lot of youth in the community where I teach, and you see a lot of girls just giving things up, and they're posing things for like Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. So pose, plastic grins, suppress what's within, douse on an imitation lather of feel good. Images photoshopped, images portrayed of what viewers makes of it. Twist the lips upward, flip the wrists backward, the decoys that hide last night's depression, slit wrists. Suck in, push hips out, plush forward. Let the viewer see half of you, anything but you. Whip out the cell phone, take pictures of your sex objects because they are sure to sell a tale that your mind wants to hide. Beat the face because it's done a number worse than mace. Can't tell who's whom. Hide the scars, push forth what you reveal, only knowing that it's not a big deal. Life can be a lie through omission. Pose for the camera, flick, click, flick. Pose for the camera, flick, click, flick. The next piece I'm going to leave you with is called I Never Miss Love. I never miss love. Just always dislove because it was never all it was cracked up to be. Sweet words serenading ear canals lasting only what seemed like a millisecond. Sweet lips brushing past subtle lips for sin. Penises penetrating walls within, never miss love. Sex love, wounded love, obsessive love, bruised love, egotistical love, confused love. Thus, never really experiencing love. Love. I'm really caught up that I forgot that classic. So I'm going to do it for y'all again. If you can hear me, touch your nose. If you can hear me, touch your elbows. If you can hear me, touch your ears. Come on, those of you who know me know what to do. If you can hear me, touch your eyes. If you can hear me, touch your forehead. If you can hear me, touch your chin. Now stop and listen, because this is where I begin. For those of you who are familiar with spoken word, let me fill you in. All you need to do is stop and listen when I begin. And if you feel what I'm saying and you can relate, put your fingers in the air and snap to participate. And if you don't want to participate, that's cool, but take the information from the wise and let me begin. I forgot it, and I definitely is one of my classics.
You gave us enough to remember.
All right, I'm gonna leave y'all with that one. My apologies.
Let's give it up for Cherie Yvette, y'all.
How y'all doing? I'm talking to y'all, talking real loud in the back, y'all. All right, I'm not getting ready to perform just yet, but my age is showing itself, so if there's a Tums in the building, just put your hand up. Yo, I'm dead ass. All right, dead ass right there. I need a Tums. Put it up in the air, I'll be by.
Alright, so hopefully somebody can help her out. We don't want no problems, no accidents, or whatever's going on with the tongue. Alright, so how y'all feel about the show so far? Everybody enjoying it so far? We got a couple more ladies left. Hold on, can I get some snaps if y'all enjoying the show? If y'all enjoying the show, let me get some snaps. Fellas, y'all can snap too. Let's go. Alright, the next artist to the stage, listen up, y'all. Listen up. All right, we hold on to that tongue. She gonna come get it. All right, let me get everybody's attention. We want to bring the next artist to the stage. So in case y'all not aware, listen up. Again, it is my birthday tomorrow, 12 o'clock. It begins. So I hope all y'all stand out for me. Shout out my boy Damon Allen in the building. All right, so I hope y'all gonna stay after. We are gonna stay until about 12:45, 1, celebrate my birthday. Hope none of y'all got curfews, gotta go home, or whatever the case may be. All right. So the next to the stage, listen up, y'all. Listen up. The next to the stage is actually family to me. This is my cousin. All right, so y'all show my cousin some love. I'm not even gonna get her a long introduction. She's dope. Another hot female artist. Come up to the stage, Kimora. Actually, I know her as Crystal, cousin Crystal, but to y'all, she's Kimora. So give it up for Kimora. Give it up, y'all. That's my family, I said.
Hello, everybody. How y'all feeling tonight? All right, I haven't done this in a long time. I'm actually very nervous. I don't know why, but how many of you just go through a time where you're just like, yo, I'm really going through this right now. Like, I really didn't imagine myself to really be experiencing this right now, but it's happening. It is happening. But it's always good when you're going through something to have people around you who can uplift you, who can encourage you, who can inspire you. And I know for me, I'm married and I have my husband, so that's just somebody who I'm doing this journey with, and I truly that's him. But I do appreciate going through this journey with him because he's really my right hand, and I love that. So this poem is called The Unveiling. It's about just this past year that we've been going through. A mere human being, not meant to carry all this baggage, yet here I am. Walking through airport terminals, rolling around luggage filled with years of wounds and fears, purpose and tears, and yet here I stand. Feet in the concrete, waiting on the roads to grow, ready to conquer it all, but my feet don't know the grounds they shall tread upon, the grasses that will eventually be greener, because those tears that I'm shedding will be the waters that bring my weeds back to life again. Pretend, wanting to peel back the outer layer of who I currently was, just to get to the God-given purpose-filled woman I know God designed me to be. Got the devil on one side, gnawing at my mental, trying to steal my security, kill my inner peace, and destroy every ounce of joy left in me. Going through the fire will reveal the quality of your refining. Placing in front of my face a mirror, reflecting on the depths of my faith, not in his word or in his timing. Finding clocks on the wall set at my timing, from my hands, wanting life to tick, tick, tock according to my plans. So now I'm peeling back every inch of tradition that I've carried. So heavy laden with burdens on my back, I didn't realize how much religion I was tagging along. Beatboxing the songs, playing on my heartstrings, operating from a place of brokenness and calling it independence. My conscience seared from every lie the enemy told. Out of all these years, I swore I wouldn't fold, but I did. Bending like the edges of a blank piece of paper, I came to the end of who I thought I was, feeling like I lost everything in my grasp. God whispering in my ear, my child, I'll take care of you, because everything you're trying to hold in your hands won't last. Finally letting go of the reins, even when it seemed like the rains wouldn't stop. I could carry my own umbrella, but these arms got tired, feeling helpless, watching the one I love just get as tired as I. I know he was fighting back tears I could never see in his eyes. God became the piece of the puzzle we pushed aside when we believed he was the finishing touch. He touched on the places, filled up on the spaces that ran empty. These hands haven't touched so many prayers in one season. Lord, help my unbelief, because I thought I was believing. Bless the works of my hands, of my husband. All this laboring got his hands bleeding. Now I see the vision. The valley felt so low, I didn't know what God was doing in me, revealing all the things I could not see. You see, the plan seemed good, but his is so much better. You see, my plan seemed good, but his is so much better. He got to the core of who I was, hurt my feelings, but there's no better feeling than knowing that you're loved, even when you feel a mess. The stress upon our shoulders was used as boulders to knock down every mountain that was standing in our way. It was us. We stepped aside, let him have his way. This season was our season of unveiling, showing us where we were just to get to the vision of where he wanted to take us. Traveling this road together, but there's nothing better than keeping God at the center. Traveling this road together, but there's nothing better than keeping God at the center. So let's pray. Let's pray. Pray for the depressive one, because every day is not a good one. Pray for the person who's silently struggling with a lie the enemy told them. Pray for the one who has no connection with his father. Pray for the one who has lost her mother. Pray for the one who has lost their identity, because we're all fighting battles that can't always be fought alone. I don't want to go in cycles. Break me from the cycles. These cycles, depressive cycles, financial cycles. I don't want to go in cycles. How she do that stuff, that song in there and everything? How y'all feel about that? So real quick, we know it's T. Collins' birthday at 12 o'clock, so y'all know we're going to be going to that turn up real soon. Y'all ready for that too? Come on, show my cousins some love. Y'all know y'all love T. Collins? They heard me. Y'all don't love my cousin? Show my cousin some love. Come on, y'all don't do that. Y'all know he like to have his ego stroked a little bit. Come on, baby, feel.
Well, we all want our ego stroked in cycles, right? Right? All right, so listen up. First, I want to say to y'all, look around the room right now. Just look around the room. It's a packed room, a lot of people in the room, right? All right, so one thing I want to say to y'all, most of y'all are pretty much Facebook friends with me, Facebook, Instagram, whatever the case may be. I want to thank y'all for putting up for all my tags, all my shares, all my posts. I know y'all probably get sick of it sometimes, but look around. This is why I do it. Y'all see the packed room? Let's have to see these ladies. Let's give it up for these ladies in the building so far. So when y'all getting tagged and stuff, I know y'all get sick of it or whatever, but just untag yourself. And sometimes if you feel like you want to message me and say, look, stop tagging me and stuff, I'll stop tagging you. I don't mind it. I get it. But the reason why I do it is because I have done event promotions for a while. Again, this is about maybe my 5th or 6th show, and so far this show is going exactly like I thought. These ladies are doing their thing. Let's give it up for the ladies so far that have performed, and the ladies that are going to come to the stage. And as my cousin mentioned, again, I can't stress enough, I want everybody, if you can, to stay after. I got my man, my DJ Revenue in the back. He's ready to do his thing. I'll give it up for DJ Revenue in the back. He's going to put it down. We'll party for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. All right, so next artist coming to stage. The next artist coming to the stage, I met this young lady I actually found out about her by running into her by accident. And when I met her, she, basically what I saw in her was she was a hustler. She was grinding, she was working hard, she was going to school when I met her. She had like 2 jobs. She was actually a hack. If anybody knows what that is in Camden, they pretty much like, before Uber was Uber, you had Hack that started, and she was doing that, she was going to school, she was doing like everything. And then actually one day, I never even knew she do poetry, and I slid over Philly across the bridge like we do. All right, and I slid to Philly, and I ran into her, and she was performing, so I'm like, I see you all the time, Hack, and you trying to give me a hack ride, but you ain't telling me you was performing poetry, though. And when I seen her, she did her thing, like she put it down, and I'm like, hold up, you had this hidden talent the whole time and never told me. And here I do party promotions, I'm doing poetry shows, and we could have been getting it popping together. And then the first time I put her on one of my shows, which was 4 years ago, she totally killed it, and I know she's gonna kill it tonight like the rest of the ladies have done and will continue to do so. Bring to the stage, her name is Chink, aka I call her Yakima, but to the street she's Chink. Chink, come on up.
Let's give it up for Chief, y'all.
I got a couple pieces that I put together. One was I did when I was young, and I know all y'all ladies can relate to being heartbroken, because you know I heard heartbreaks up here, so yeah. But I'm in tune with my feelings, so you know I like to get into my feelings. So I just want y'all to see the transition from a caterpillar to a butterfly. You know, when I was young, I did young things, and now I'm grown. I do grown things. So it's a little bit of love and then women empowerment. So
let's go, girl.
How could I have let you play me so hard? I let you put me together, then you pick me apart. I feel so stupid. That's probably why I hate you so much. But yet, my heart aches for your love, and my body yearns for your touch. To tell you the truth, my mind lies in between. I stay humble, because if I don't, I'll be that chick searching for you just to make a scene. Got my mind all confused, telling my body it's being loved, and in the same sense, it's really being abused. Now, I feel like I'm going against with my body. Wait, hold on. All right, let me bring it back. All right. How could I have let you play me so hard? I let you put me together, then you pick me apart. I feel so stupid, that's probably why I hate you so much. But yet my heart aches for your love and my body yearns for your touch. To tell you the truth, my mind lies in between. I stay humble, because if I don't, I'll be that chick searching for you just to make a scene. Got my body all confused, telling my mind is being loved when in the same sense it's really being abused. Now I feel like my body's going against what my mind said. But my mouth says no, my body says yeah, it ain't no joke. Got me waking up in hot sweats, all because I was dreaming we was having steamy sex. This shit killed me, because you truly was my best. I know it wasn't intended, but it hurt so bad. That's why I constantly try to make you a thing of the past. I never felt like this before. It feels like I gave you my heart, and the return is being torn. When I think about you, you're the reason my heart crumbles. And when I see you out of my chest, my heart tumbles. Your mouth never made a promise that we was gonna be together. But when we was fucking, yeah, your body said forever. Now I'm fucked up in the brain. Because every nigga that I meet, if the nigga ain't you, then he a lame. I only think of you on 2 occasions is your ringtone. And I always see your face when I hear my favorite song. I tried searching for myself, but it didn't work. Because every dude I came in contact with, I used, abused, neglected, and made him hurt. Got me waking up to a different face. So-called getting you out of my system, but I wasn't. I was doing things like trying to replace. If I had a choice, you would be the man that makes my heart bloomy. But instead, you was the reason I spent nights with a heart that was gloomy. Had me feeling like my world was coming down in a spiral crash. Off my guard, got knocked on my ass. Saying to myself, girl, it wasn't supposed to be like this. People kept trying to warn me. I ain't take heed, I just thought they was trying to diss. Now, I realized I shifted who I was. Said I wanted sophistication because it sounded good, but subconsciously, I really wanted that thug. Somebody slapped my ass, get my hair a little tug. To be honest with you, I would have went against blood. You had me open, because you exposed me to some real shit. Kept me angry, had me feeling like men ain't shit. All because on my heart, you left your blueprint. Thought I had something because it was an age difference. But that right there showed me what age truly is. Thought you looked at me different because I had a job, I went to school and didn't have no kids. But now I know it's not about what you got, what you do, or what's your age. It's about who fucked that person up and why is their heart caged. So I kind of got past getting, my heart broke and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I started meeting men, and they was alright, but they really wasn't all that. So I had made this little joint, and it went like this. It go like this. So I'm so far gone, because over mines I be geeking. It's hard to come by a real one, most is weaklings. You ran into a soldier, boy, you gonna miss me when it's over. I was the softest place on earth when the storms rolled in. Now you acting funny. Conversations ain't the same. I miss my big daddy. Why the fuck you had to change? So don't worry about these bitches, that's the reason for your claim. I feel like the problem could be when you call for me, I came. My backbone, matter of fact, he was my hip joint. Feeling played, still persevering through the breaking point. My efforts went unnoticed, while my actions steady speaking. Remember how you got me is the way you need to keep me. Then you probably with them enemies. I'ma keep it G. I'm a queen of the jungle, these bitches is fleas to me. And I could be mad. Blame them for what? Cause it take two. Remember bitches only do what you allow them to. Silly clown nigga, rolling around thinking I'm a joke. You say incompatible, I say unequally yoked. I'm a boss bitch. Where I bang you, they think I'm lit. Could've got low, acted funny when I peeped the shit. Niggas dipping off and we good is what I think. My conscience speaking to me saying, you better than this chink. My bitch is getting at me too. They explaining, y'all young, you ain't got no kids, believe you gaming. Talking about I'm bad and you ain't on my level. Talking about there's plenty of fish, so never settle. When I think about him, he ambitious trying to get these figures. Only problem that I got with him, he a friendly nigga. Got these bitches working. Hoping one day they gonna get my spot. Gotta check them, put them in their place. Trying to stir my pot. I think about relationships, I think of the better. I think about the many ways we can last through whatever. I think about unconditional love and nothing less than. I think about the two of us never starving together. Cause if I got it, then you got it. We got it together. Always been a rider, boy. I've been down for whatever. So, after that, I had to really realize who I was. And I know I had a little niece that was looking at me and shit. And I'm like, nah. You can't do this. And I had to make an example for her. So, yeah, I'm from Camden. I had to really be an example for her. So I wrote her this poem. It's called Letter to My Niece. All right. To my niece Nana, never stop dreaming. The streets don't let you back, plus these niggas out here scheming. For pussy or whatever. You just get that cheddar. Focus on yourself and never stop getting better. Go for the highest pinnacle. Every time you reach, before you know it, you'll be at your zenith highest peak. Think with logics and never use emotions when you speak. Demand respect, always practice, that way you can lead. Quality over quantity, endurance over speed. Be picky with your friends, take advice, negate the weak. Don't let nobody take your heart, cause just like you, they bleed. Question everything, do research, don't just believe what you say. Learn what you hear and speak facts. Perplex more, waste less time, you can't get it back. Be careful what you think, cause what you think you will attract. And fuck drama, long as it don't come between your stacks. Be a boss, speak for yourself and play your role. Have tunnel vision, persevere, think about your goals. Don't let the streets run you down, cause that's just gonna get old. Leave and come back, you'll still see them same folks. Take chances, risk it all, don't be scared to fall. Work hard, stress less, it'll take you far. Conduct yourself as a queen, cause gold is what you are. And aim to be wise, never aim to be smart, but be intelligent. Though the key to succeed is wanting to succeed equal to wanting to breathe. Be courageous, have ambitions, be tenacious. Never lose yourself, most important, have patience. You are destined for greatness, that's why you made it to earth. Value yourself, always be the first to know your worth. I love you to death, any choice you make I'll accept. But out of everything I told you, never lose your self-respect. So, after that, I said, you know what? I learned my lesson. I learned my lesson. And I know that I'm most important. And I know I'm powerful by myself, so I don't need nobody, no man, no nothing. So I came up with this last poem that I got for y'all tonight. And I couldn't. So, all right, so it go like this. And this is a woman empowerment poem, so. Are you going to learn a lesson? Evolve or repeat? I say evolve because to me insanity is weak. You're presented with a chapter, or the pages won't be turned. Know with the blessings come lessons, but the lessons must be learned. It's like fire and ice. Either way, you could get burnt. So pick your poison. Move this earth with a sense of discern. Don't worry about the nonsense. Don't be concerned with the next. Don't do it for attention. Rather, do it for respect. It's hard being beautiful and not presented as a beast. Princes like Xena the warrior, nothing weak. Where I'm from, we desire Aladdins. But we ain't spoiled, our pop's gone, so we nothing like them Jasmines. Sometimes I say to myself, what if Rapunzel had no help? Or what if Cinderella would have did it by herself? Could they have did it on their own, from the muscle all alone? Heavyweight alpha women pull weight because we strong. Where I'm from ain't no damsel in distress. It's make your way up out them stones you get hit with or you get left. Move slow, you get swept. Anybody get oppressed. I can never gain confidence, not can get success. Kicking you while you down only make my value less. Can't plant seeds of life afterwards, so valueless. Tell the truth, beauty's pain, they can't see it, but it hurt. Gotta know the worth of beauty to see the beauty in her worth. Plant seeds of success so she can grow through the dirt. Every flower gotta go through something to make it on this earth. But pouring love bring out beauty. Showing love, it ain't weak. You show enough love, you can bring the beauty out the beast. I wonder if I can use the powers of my voice like Ariel. Use my sounds to transport me to a different world. I know if she can use her voice to take her from sea to earth, I can use my voice far and wide to see the earth. Beauty is a beast.
Let's give it up for Chick. Come on, let's give it up for Chick, y'all. Hey, listen, Chick always remind me like the hood portion of the program, like the hot sauce in the pot. Like when she come on, you heard her, yeah, I'm from Camden, yeah. Who called that, DJ? You called it? He know it, you can tell. She like, yeah, this the hood portion of the program. I love all the ladies, but Chick is usually that portion of the program. A couple people I want to give a special shout out to. First of all, again, I want to thank everybody again for coming out, purchasing tickets, showing love to these ladies. I want to give a shout out to my sister, Celeste, who missed my last show 4 years ago. She's somewhere in the back in the middle. Give my sister a round of applause, y'all. Again, a shout out to all my family in the building. And listen up, y'all. We're not done. We got 2 more artists. It's not over. Don't go home yet. All right, and another I want to give a shout out to is, I know everybody has different types of family. You have your family, you have your friends that are real close that are like your family. I got a couple of them in the building right now. But also I want to give a shout out to I call them still my work family. I started a new job a year ago, but I still got some supporters that my old work family that are always in touch. You know, a lot of times when you switch jobs, you lose touch with certain people. Right, but I've still been in touch with them. Give a shout out to my old work family right here, who's really still my family. They still showing up, supporting, we still hang out, things like that. All right, so 2 more to go. All right, the next person on the stage, I've known, listen up, y'all. I've known her for a long time, and if any of you have been paying attention to all the tags and the posts that I made on this event, I posted her video, and ladies, this one really goes. Listen up, ladies. Y'all might need to hear this one because this video I posted by her was real deep. It was called Single by Choice. How many of y'all seen that video by Nakia Comfort? Single by Choice. And listen, last time I did this 4 years ago was the first time that I ever performed myself. I did a piece called Dear Sister, dedicated to my sisters. And I kind of was iffy about doing it. I hadn't memorized it. And I told everybody I was going to do it, but then when it came time, I was trying to slide off the stage, and the kid's like, nah, you got to do it. You said you was doing it. You going to do it. And I'm like, nah, I'm trying to keep going through the show. And she stood up and said, wait, but before you go, you got to do that piece. So she encouraged me to do it, and because of her, I'm still continuing to write, and hopefully one day I'm going to do another piece. And she, like I said, I've known her since I was a teenager, and we continue to follow. She's always been a big supporter of my movement. And anytime I call on her, she like, whatever you need, I got you. So y'all give it up for Nakia Comfort, a.k.a. The Voice. Give it up for Nakia, y'all. I call her Miss Single by Choice.
I'm messing up the spot, right? I need that, Jordan. I don't want to hold it.
How y'all doing? I
start with that. I'm gonna do some positive stuff, but right now, it ain't gonna stand up.
Y'all hear me? I'm a little people. I don't know how you think I know how to do you. That's good? That's good? All right, we're going to start with Bum Baby Dads. I am a single mother of 3 girls. The 2 oldest ones, this was specifically written for them. And they bum baby dad. Shout out to North Philly, 23rd Street. How about that? G-Ball in the house. This is beautiful. Happy. I'm a savage, but he know that. All right. Little things mean a lot. See, it's the little things that matter to us all, like a kiss, a whisper, a gesture, to show that you care. Daddy, like a call to say that you're going to be late, although you and I both know that you said you wouldn't be late. It's still a gesture that you care, that although you're late yet again, you have every intention on being there, but alas, no call and no show. No show of emotion, affection, or love. See, this is your job, but my genetic obligations are limiting my leeway on your termination, because I just talked to you last night, and right before goodbye and right after I love you, you said that you would see me in the morning. Well, it's morning. The dew is falling, the birds are chirping, the moon is waning as people begin their day, and I am up, ready, dressed, and waiting for you. And there is no you. Why wouldn't you call? Why didn't you call? Mom, did anybody call? No messages? See, now it's festering, and I feel deflated, dejected, stood up, and mentally affected by the little things like the lack of my father's voice, my father's presence. What could have been more important than keeping your word to me? Your seed, your big baby girl, the apple of your eye, and you didn't even bother to call. And you just said last night that you'd be there. And we waited. I waited patiently, not wanting to believe that you would or could be so cold to me. But alas, you didn't show. It would have only taken a call so that I could try and hide my annoyance and not show that I was upset when I soaked up every ounce of that look on my mother saying, "This motherfucker." And said to you, "Daddy, it's okay. I understand that it's not about the little things, but I'm a child. I am your child, and I don't understand, and it's not okay that you lure me in with lies, and it's not okay that you lure me in with love and affection, only be greeted with lies and rejection." See, I need you to hear this, and I need you to understand this, because your broken promises cut deep like slit wrists. In my full present mental capacity, everything, I mean absolutely everything is about everything. And everything is about the little things. The little things are the biggest things that occur in my life. The little things are the only things currently dwelling in my environment, so you'll have to excuse me if I don't understand your plight, your version of what you believe is right, when it leaves me in pain with a trail of teardrops falling that dry ironically, but they never do fade. You think that what you do doesn't affect me because you're not there to see my tears, my pain. My mother hold me and say, "Baby, I got you. It's going to be okay." But see, she is not my father, and my father is not there. Paying child support is not a place of you doing your job, even if that is how you see it. Little things, like spending time with me, are needed from time to time. Little things are all I really have when there's no regular visits and calls on the phone, and you're not a constant reminder in my home. See, what little time you spend, what little gifts you send, the few times you said you care, seeing your face in the audience at my events. These are the things you call the little things. Well, I demand your acknowledgement. I demand your acknowledgement, love, support, and ironically, everything
no money, only time, but you still can't find the time. I am a teenage girl. I am a daddy's girl. Your only job at this time is to make sure I don't end up on a pole or a corner, but you still can't find the time. See, Daddy, you think it's not about all these little things, but you think it's not about these little things, but all these little things make up lost seconds, minutes, hours, and days of little things that you chose to miss. So when I grow up and I look back, I'm going to have little to no memories of you, making you in turn one of those little things, and leaving me still, always, my mommy's poor little daddy's girl. I messed that up, but y'all didn't know it.
Just a small little piece.
I can make the amaretto sweet and just as quickly make it sour. I bring the rain or the pain 8 minutes on every hour. I release and renew, because Phoenix is recycled power. I'm lightning that doesn't strike twice, but everything I touch, I devour. If I was a spread, I'd be the death, the world, and the tower, and you still wouldn't recognize my power. But it's cool. I'm going to play the background, and you go ahead and shine in that limelight, because you seem to like all that attention you seeking in the flashing lights. But see me, I just want a steady bag and try and vibrate just a little higher. I'm an eclectic. I'm throwing random things out. All right, here we go. This is about that crush you got, and maybe you can't talk to him because your homie dated him when y'all was 12 and now y'all 40. The bro code is in full effect. So this is about that person you go like for your whole life and never say nothing to. Because you feel like you can. Forbidden your love is. Friendship even for that matter. See, it could bring worlds crashing just from infatuation, but still after a long hiatus, I find myself waiting in anticipation just to see your face, and I'm left hypnotized. I mean, it's higher than any synthetic high. Sly, subtle flirtations, words on the phone, but in my mind, I be thinking about being with you alone. But forbidden your love is. Your friendship even for that matter. Depending on who's around when you roll up, I'm forced to play like you don't matter. See, I gotta try not to give you the eye on the slide. There's no need to start a war with simple fantasies, but I can't help but see you seeing me wanting you, and the smile you sneak free lets me know that you too are wanting me. See, we be suspended in the universe for a short time. When we look in each other's eyes, I be captivated by your masculinity and you, my femininity. Without a touch, I start to feel your body heat. I mean, your smell, touch, and feeling be bringing me closer to orgasm than if it was real. And I've weighed the consequences and the rewards, the pros and the cons. And I still keep coming up with it would be worth it if I could have you just one time. But forbidden your love is. Friendship even for that matter. You once came close to kissing me. You closed your eyes because you started to feel guilty. And I never asked you to give up a part of yourself to be with me. So I packaged my lust in a box, small, aqua blue and silver like Tiffany's, and I had to stash it away for a rainy day deep in my memory. But don't worry, I'm going to retrieve it again when next I hear from you, because you see, it's almost like a game we play. Whenever allowed to be alone, just wishing for a day when it could be you and I. But forbidden your love is, your friendship even, for that matter. Terry, don't let me go over my time. You know I'll like move in.
Well, we got you. Get one more.
One more?
One more.
Come on, give us a goodie. Come on. Come on, you got it.
Give us some real.
Can you hear me? Over all the noise. Over the stagnant air filled with tension, over the shouting, the cursing, the gunshots, the dice game, the hustlers that yell product names, or is it all starting to sound the same? I said, can you hear me? Over all this noise. The song-like sounds of children playing hoop games with crates and barrels, kickball games with constant intermissions for passing cars,
Double Dutch showdowns. See, I can't hear that song anymore. But these were the sounds of summer that we knew as kids when that last sliver of sunlight shining between two rooftops announced that it was time to go in. It was Mr. Softy and skates, hide and go seek, for no reason, doubling up on a bike with no brakes just to ride downhill because it was all good. It was all fun. There was no duck and cover when we played out front with our toys. Today's kids, they exist in video games. It's no names, it's emoticons and icons instead of names and faces because it takes a village, but the village is under attack and on the brink of extinction. See, the block is hot as hell, hot like napalm in the morning. Blood flows like lava erupting from a volcano. Crabs in the barrel cutting young lives short with no justice or retort because we all too busy just minding our own business. Just leave it alone. Don't mess with that. Stop snitching. Have all replaced chants of black power and unity. Overwrought by block-on-block terror, we have all become sidetracked by all this noise. But see, I'm yelling. I'm yelling and I'm waving my hands in your faces. I ask you, can you hear me over all this noise? Over all these distractions? Over all these saggy pants dudes seeking reincarnation because their price of life is so low right now, they think they got an extra life or two waiting. Can you hear me over the partying and the bullshit? Can you hear me? Because we are fading. But see, it's a lot of y'all don't want to hear me. Y'all think I ain't talking to you. What I'm saying ain't got nothing to do with me because you raise your kids to throw gang signs and run game, and then you can't understand why they calling you collect from the penitentiary at 13. But at 5, you got the little young girls out here twerking. At 10, you showing them how to cut up that work. And it's 13, they out doing stick-ups. They robbing, they selling drugs to get a rep. Because otherwise they think they just hopeless. See, life of crime boys don't never have their own mind. Boys follow behind lanes with tough mastermind dreams whose work you ain't never gonna see unless, that is, you trying to be the top #1 customer service person in the penitentiary. So tell me how you bout that life if you ain't bout life, unless being bout that life is synonymous with death. But so now maybe you can hear me over all this noise. Now maybe you trying to pay attention to the fact that my lips are moving and I'm trying to say something to you through all this noise. Now maybe you'll turn down or stop making all this noise. This is short. I want to do this piece for Born. Y'all know Jeff Barber, otherwise known as Born Wisdom. I was going to do, I write songs and stuff sometimes, and I wrote this song, but a bitch can't sing, and you won't have me on film sounding like a bag of cats. So, we're going to segue over here. And this poem is really special to me because this is the first poem I ever received. I think I was like 7. And someone sent me this poem, and this is what started me writing. I kept this poem. I still have a copy of it to this day in its original form. It is called The Book of Life. Your birth is an introduction into the table of contents. Pardon me. Your birth is an introduction into the table of life's contents. Each second will sow a chapter into the book of life's events. Your past is only a story, and each minute is a fleeting page. Each symbol of life must be understood to excel us through the present stage. In the book of life, there are many things to contend, but if you're spiritually guided upright, you'll learn the book contains no end. Each chapter you've sown of building years was only of transmutation that moved the mind step by step, keeping the body in complete coordination. And every chapter that passes by is consumed by yesteryears. The book of life will sadden some, greeting others tomorrow with brighter cheers. But if you learn the signs and symbols concerning the purpose of what life proposes, you'll see the preface of wisdom has no end, and the book will never close. Thank you.
All right, y'all, give it up for the voice one more time. Okay, so now at this time, we're going to turn over to Terry because he's got a special tribute that he wants to do, okay?
No, I'm not about to perform. Relax. I'm done. But no, real quick, the kid did mention Born Wisdom. He was a great dope poet. His name was Jeffrey Barber. He passed away. Shout out to his sister in the building, Tracy, and his cousin Kim in the building. Let's give it up for them. I reached out to them about doing this, and they definitely gave me their blessing. Like I said, I know Jeff from growing up, and when I first met him, I know he rapped, and then found out he did poetry. And when I heard him the first time, actually the same event that Chink did in Philly, it was like, after that, you know, we stayed in communication, and he was a big advocate for the last time I did this. When I did this in 2015, and throughout the next 4 years, I struggled to make this event happen. You know, different things were going on. I was a little bit of procrastinating and things like that. And he kept giving me the motivation and encouraging me to do it. And the last time we did this show, he pretty much let me know, like, out of all the years doing poetry, the show that I put together was one of his top 3 shows that he had ever been a part of. So that was definitely a big deal to me. And again, I continue to try to make the next show happen with the same people, some who performed tonight. And I think it was 2 years ago, maybe, I got the word that he passed away, and that really hurt my heart. Like, it hurt me knowing that I didn't make it happen, and I really battled myself and blamed myself for not putting it together before that happened. And, you know, it was just a realization that, you know, we never know when things are going to happen. We keep thinking we have time to make things happen, and next thing you know, boom, he's gone. And now I felt like that energy can never, ever be recreated again. So one time, let's give it up for Born Wisdom, aka Jeff Barber. But the beauty of it is that with him passing away, actually that show and throughout some of the other shows he was doing, they were actually working on a documentary on him. So we have some pieces, and I'm going to play this quick 4 or 5 minute piece and let you hear what he was about. And this is just a glimpse of who he was and how dope of an artist he was. You'll never really truly understand unless you heard him in person. So here's Born Wisdom.
On your own. And if you love yourself, just know you'll never be alone. I hope that you get everything you want and that you chose. Hoping it's the realest thing that you'll ever know. Hope you get the pretty girls that's pretty and everything. $1 million cribs and $1 million dreams. And when you get it all, just remember one thing. Remember one thing. One man could change the world. One man could change the world. As a youngin', I done seen a lot of things that's burning to my mind. I was walking through the flames. Controlled by the hurt, now I utilize the pain. I'm trying to help another that is going through the same. Living in the past, it'll drive a man insane. Moving to the present only costs a little change. Losing yesterday, so tomorrow you will gain. Appreciate the sun, even walking through the rain. You want control of the clouds, then you gotta grab the reins. You have the blood of gods that is flowing through your veins. Now drive to be yourself, there's no traffic in your lane. If the world sees your flaws, you should never be ashamed. A scar is perfect art, you should put it in a frame. If success can be your target, then you must perfect your aim. Learn from your mistakes so you'll never do again. There's no enemy without, if there's none that's in your frame. I hope you're gonna make it on your own. And if you love yourself, just know you'll never be alone. I hope that you get everything you want and that you chose. Hoping it's the realest thing that you'll ever know. Hope you get the pretty girls that's pretty at everything. $1 million cribs, have $1 million dreams. When you get it all, just remember one thing. Remember one thing. You too could change the world. One kid's gonna change the world. Listen, if we all came together, there could never be a war. No winners and no losers, because nobody's keeping score. Everybody's in the bed, nobody's sleeping on the floor. And peace will only answer, violence never called for. Everybody pays attention, and the kids they don't ignore. No overdose from drugs that they're chasing one more. And the human race is guided by a spirit, the core. No barriers or borders, we all free to travel shores. No judgment for our skin, we all equal at the core. Opportunity is knocking, I'm just answering the door. I'm not arguing the point, I'm not going back and forth. hard, make the most of your first, you may never get no more. Every action's better when it's guided by a more. Racism's a disease, only knowledge is the cure. And if it would come true, I would only wish for these lyrics on a famous never-ending world tour. So, I hope you learn to make it on your own. If you love yourself, you'll never be alone. Hope that you get everything you want when that you chose. Hope it's the girl's thing that you never know. Hope you get the pretty girl who's pretty as sing. $1 billion crib, $7 million dream. When you get it all, just remember one thing. Remember one thing. Always try to change the world. Want my lyrics to change the world.
He was another one that was a part of it with Born Wisdom. And again, that energy that she, as well as some of the other ladies that performed tonight, the energy they created will never be, again, duplicated, because now Born Wisdom is going on to better places, hopefully that will be as well. So let me bring her up to the stage. She's, again, as dope as an artist I've ever seen, and she's got even a little twist. And that's one thing I like about, you know, all these ladies tonight. They all had their own little different swag. Would y'all agree? Every artist was different. That's what I like about it. You know, nobody was really the same artist. They all had different approaches to it. So last but definitely not least, let's bring to the stage Rhonda Hunter. Give it up for Rhonda, y'all. Let's give it up for Rhonda.
Hey, Rhonda, girl. Okay.
How y'all doing? I am so grateful to be here. Like, this is life for me. Spoken word is just a part of who I am. I'd like to say happy birthday to Terry for putting this event together. Can y'all give it up for him, please? I'm grateful that my number one fan is here. That tall piece of white chocolate over there in the corner. My son and my daughter-in-law are here, along with my best friend, and my church family is here.
All right.
My pastor is here. My pastor is here.
That's support.
You know, that's life. That's life. That's life. And I love you, Pastor. You know, this first piece I'm going to do, I'm not going to be before y'all long. This first piece I'm going to do, a sister reached out to me and asked if I would come out and support her in her program at her church. If the title or the theme was Faith Over Fear. And the piece that I wrote for that is called The Facts of Faith. Without faith, it's impossible to please you, to make you smile with the trust I place in you. You've been faithful down through the years, so what could possibly get in my way of having faith in you but fear? Yeah, fear that grips its fingers over my mind, wringing my thoughts like a towel, wet with fret, worry, and doubt, convinced this time ain't no way out. Exhaustive, mental gymnastics, wearing a groove out in the floor, pacing while my mind's racing, and I'm no closer to an answer to my dilemma than I was before. I can feel the water stinging my eyes, and I'm sweating, frozen. Yet I'm presenting me like won't nobody see this anxiety that follows me like a bad credit score. This dismal foreboding trespasses the recesses of my mind, and I've worked myself into this ruminating frenzy of what ifs, and it's like I'm standing on the edge of a cliff. No, a tightrope. suspended between a chasm of paranoia and trust. I'm about to choke and I can't breathe. And the truth is, I forget. I forget in this moment of labored breathing that perhaps the outer husk of this mustard seed of faith I possess might be pleasing. Fear had hijacked my emotions, causing mirages in me to lose focus. Past victories elude me. And right there, it's as if the Holy Spirit taps me on my shoulder and whispers in my ear, "You're doing it again." Fearful thoughts don't dictate to you. You dictate to them. This divine interaction manifests from Jesus asking, interceding on my behalf to interrupt and intercept fear's strategy crafted to deceive me and sift me into believing counterfeit evidence is real. But Jesus had already prayed that my faith wouldn't fail. Confident assurance in him translates into hope. Enlarge my territory, greater than that tightrope, so I might cope with the hills and slopes of the valleys I find myself in. He makes my feet like the feet of a deer, so I can ascend to higher heights in him. Rewarder of them that diligently seek him, trust him, like the just live blindly, by faith, finally a smile on his face. My heart, soul, intent in the first place was to please him. Now faith is certainly demonstrated in the way that I live in response to his track record of the past. His credit's better than TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. The spirit of fear, we wasn't given. Faith over fear is how we live in, and that's facts. God bless you. This next piece I wrote in response. I went through some things last year in response to, in reference to spoken word, and it knocked me. It rocked me off my block. It's been about a year now, and I'm just now getting my bearings about. And what it did is it put a spotlight on some stuff that was in my heart, and I forget that these words that I stand up here and speak are life, and I forgot that I had to live them out. This piece don't even have no name. Black butterfly, caught up in her cocoon, thinking her escape from this metamorphic sack would be soon, sooner than she thought. She didn't realize if she got out too soon, she would be caught, considered prey, yet prey she did, asking the creator of this web if there was some other way instead that change could come, without being so restricted, confined, that I had been in long enough, and surely it had to be time to break out. Been through more breaks than Curtis. God, you said in your word, your plans not to hurt us. Breakups, breakdowns, my breakthroughs been in the lost and found. And real talk, I just want to break free. This chrysalis can't remain. You're rearranging my heart and changing my name. Been on tiptoe anticipation about the celebration of my wings. Waiting to experience this flight of the rebirth of my transformation, the unveiling from worm to wings. So, just as the caterpillar waits for its change, the Lord sends down the refreshing rains to soften the ground of the garden of your heart so your fruit will remain. Creation stands in awe, captivated at the crowning of the kaleidoscope of colors birthed into view, shades of praise of every hue. Praise for the marvelous thing he has done. The butterfly and the caterpillar are now one, and her victorious flight has just begun, and she's fluttering free, and she's fluttering proud. The silent sack's been broken and she's living out loud. As loud as all the colors of all the flowers, the chirping of the birds, the declaration of her father lovingly speak his word, daughter, I have loved you with an everlasting love. I rejoice over you with singing, a serenade over your heart. This will be your new beginning. This will be your brand new start. This will be the this that the such a time as was for. This is now your time to take flight and soar. Go ahead and live out loud. Let everybody hear how you were once covered in shame, guilt, and silence and overcome by fear. But now, can't you hear that? Can't you hear that wonderful sound? That's the sound of you living out loud. And Dolby Stereo and surround don't sound like this. And he surrounded you with favor, blessings, and love, watching you soar high above to that place where you can hear his sound, the whisper of his heart. That's the sound of living out loud. God bless you. So this last piece that I'm going to do is such a privilege for me to be able to do. The first time that I did it was 3 weeks before my sister passed away. My girlfriend's mother is here, Miss Phyllis, and I'm going to ask her to come and join me for this last piece that I'm going to share this evening. And she's coming. Y'all give her a hand as she comes, please. I heard a lot of confirmation of what this poem is entitled of throughout the evening, and I'm just amazed at how God does that, how he ties the whole thing together. This has been a beautiful tapestry. Please give me your ear. Thank you. Hidden smiles and open tears linger in my mind. I wonder how I could have ever been so blind not to see how this mask blocked me from being free. I've worn this mask for so long. I believe the image in the mirror. Wouldn't take it all for fear of what you might say, what you might think. And all that did was add another link to the chains that bound me, to the pain that surrounds me. Lord, please help me. He loves me so much that he took the time to unravel the layers of this mask. All I had to do was just ask so I could see. It wasn't as bad as I believed it to be. Because I believed those lies the enemy told. And all that did was create a stronghold in my life. I couldn't tell the difference between the lies or my beliefs. I tried to find the relief I had been searching for in idols. I didn't even realize that this very mask had become my idol. Yes, the mask I wore was in front of my view, hindering my sight to clearly see who loved me in spite of me, in spite of my mask. I can finally take this thing off at last. What's revealed wasn't so bad, I told you. Staring me in my face was an unmasked soldier. And this soldier stood at attention, armed with ammunition I've never seen before, fasting and praying with her face to the floor. Who is this unmasked soldier, I asked myself. I must have recognized her from the love that I felt for her. Yeah, I knew her. I knew her well. It had been so long since I saw her, I couldn't tell. The mask she wore hid her from me. Now the mask is gone and she is free to please the one who had enlisted her. Gone are the tears of an unmasked soldier. All those tears had caused the mask to loosen enough to allow the truth in about who she really was. She was a soldier all along. And all those tears just made her strong. Enough to finally see the unmasked soldier is me.
All right, so did y'all enjoy yourselves tonight? No, did y'all enjoy yourselves tonight? All right, listen, it's only right we give these ladies their proper due, and let's bring them back up and give them their round of applause. Let's bring these ladies back up. Hold on, let's bring these ladies back up. I was trying to bring y'all one at a time. Hold on 1 second. These ladies, one more time, let's reintroduce these ladies. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to my cameraman. Give a shout out to Robert Page, y'all. He put this on video for me tonight. And first, let's bring up Kia. Kia, step forward and get your due, Kia. Let's give it up for Kia. I think Kia a little bit on, y'all. Let's give it up for Kia. And next to the stage, who's up second? Where's Pinpoint? Where's Pinpoint? Pinpoint in the building still. Pinpoint on the lead. Pinpoint up. All right, let's give it up for Amira B, y'all. Everybody give it up for Amira B. And all the way from Philly. Again, she took that trip over the bridge. She had her passport out. She took that flight. Let's give it up for Ebony Poetry. And next, let's bring my cousin up. I call her Krista. Y'all know her tonight as Kamora. She's talking I'm psychos. Let's give it up for Kamora. And she's a one-piece wonder, but every time she does 1 or 2 pieces, she nails it. Let's bring up Shamika. Give it up for Shamika, y'all. Give it up for Shamika. And she's a teacher, a scholar. She's smart. She's great at poetry like the rest of these ladies. Let's bring up Cherie Yvette. Give it up for Cherie Yvette, y'all. Y'all, give it up for these ladies, y'all. And let's bring up, like I said, the hood portion of the program, the hot sauce of the bunch. Let's bring up Chinko. And like I told her I call her Miss Single by choice. She killed that video. She continues to kill it. My homie, my dog, day one. Let's give it up for Nakia Comfort, a.k.a. The Voice. And last but not least, she just killed that last piece. How y'all feel about that last piece she did? She went last one, right? Let's give it up for Rhonda Hunter. but not least, let me bring back my co-host again, all the way from Detroit. Yes, she's from Detroit. I know she sounds like she's from South Carolina somewhere with that accent. But let's give it up for my cousin, Talia. Give it up for Talia, y'all. And before I get off the mic and give her the mic, again, I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you, everybody, for coming out. And again, I hope y'all want to stay for a little bit. Even if you can't stay to 1, everybody stay for a little bit. Party with me, celebrate my birthday. Can I get a big happy birthday from the whole crowd real quick? Happy birthday.
He shouted himself for his birthday, but Terry, we wanted to shout you out and tell you thank you, we love you, happy birthday, and we got you some cupcakes and a cake, and we want to sing you happy birthday. Are y'all gonna sing happy birthday, Terry? Are y'all ready? Wait, I don't know, we gotta sing that. But I guess we can't sing happy birthday today, but
Again, thank you everybody for coming out. Please stay and hang a little bit. Come show me some love. Come show the rest of these girls some love. Make sure y'all get their Instagram, their Facebook. Until the next show, we'll see y'all later. Appreciate y'all.
Do you need coverage? Not that kind of coverage. More like this kind of coverage. If you need coverage, call 215-559-7300. National Video Productions has you covered. Need a promo? Hosting a live event? Celebrating a special occasion? The National Video Productions has you covered. No, not that kind of covered. More like this kind of covered. And this kind of covered. Get live coverage and live stream that live event. If you need coverage, call 215-559-7300. National Video Productions has you covered. Weddings, corporate events, sporting events, graduations, grand opening, concerts, car shows, fundraisers, dance recitals, and more. If you need coverage, call 215-559-7300. National Video Productions has you covered.